No.
Welcome, everybody. Bienvenue. Bonjour, mes amis. Oh, like you could speak, you could do better.
No,
Right.
but I was about to say, you're making me want to learn some French. All I know is oui. I know. Very sad.
Bienvenue dans ce nouvel interview avec la vampire. Merci de avoir regardé. Welcome back.
Yeah.
To another episode of Interview with the Vampire. We are here with the season 1 finale. You made it this far so far. We recorded 2 episodes last night, and then before I could even get another episode out, I went out to a work event, and I've had a few drinks, and I was like, let's record more.
Woo!
And then and I'm wearing it's just a little something spicy for the finale. You know, that's it. That's all.
See, now you got me with the comment, and
What?
it's just like, now I gotta be like, alright, what does this mean? What does this shirt mean?
I think just means they're spicy, that's it. I'd imagine once we start you up on season 2, we'll have plenty of comments to read and to go through and to address before we hop into the second and most recent season of the show. But before we hop into episode 7, I don't know, do you have any thoughts or anything like that?
Kind of surprised how Louis is like sticking with his guns of just being like, I'm not gonna eat people, while Claudia and Lestat are both like kind of disgusted with him that he's not doing it or taking it disrespectfully, but it's just like,
yeah, I don't know if disgusted is the right word. Just like Lestat brought up the point where it's like, so, you know, makes me feel like you look down upon me a little bit. I feel like, you know, a certain way. And even Claudia was like, yeah, the way that you kind of like keep to this diet, I kind of makes me feel a certain way, because I feel like your opinion of those that do feed that way, like you're judging us a little bit perhaps, and like unintentionally. So,
and which I'm pretty sure Louis is not. Just like, I just prefer to do.
Yeah, he just can't quite seem to let go of that human part of him, and he can't like every time that he's been faced with like, you know, like feeding on a human has been like sweet, but it's the killing and the murder, like
taking a life part.
Yeah, taking a life that he can't quite seem to like get on board with that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching these on Patreon, thank you so much for that additional love and support. It means the world to me, and like by extension us right here. If you do subscribe on Patreon, or if you have been thinking about doing it, now is always a good time. You get early access to these episodes weeks, if not months in advance. Full, uncut, uncensored reactions with HD video accompaniment. Access to all my entire content backlog and library, including my original reaction to the first 2 seasons, other shows that I've done, Patreon exclusive content, couples content, movie commentaries available on the higher tier, and so much more. It's been super fun for me to go back through this show, revisiting it, and I know it's been very much fun for you as well.
Yes.
Getting to go through this show that I and others online have been hyping up, and you've been on quite the emotional roller coaster of a journey. Even though you might not be as painfully analytical as I am, that's probably for the best, honestly, because you're enjoying this in your own way, and people are definitely on board for that, myself included. So, quick insert here, as promised, the winner of the season 1 copy of Interview with the Vampire, whether you want it on Blu-ray or digitally, there's a post I made on my Instagram page at MovieMan101Pro. All you had to do was like the post and make sure you're following the page. Here we are. We had about 30 entries this time around, so between 1 to 30, they're all right here. Gonna go to the random number generator, of course, between 1 through 30. Generate that random number for me if you would, please. Number 28, meaning the winner of season 1 copy is, where'd you go? 28. Looking at Lizzie Stoneheart. Lizzie Stoneheart. And as with all the other giveaways, if for some reason I can't reach the person, they don't respond, or sometimes they actually forego the prize entirely, then I'll work through the list until I find a winner. So thank you everybody again for liking the post, for following, and there'll be another giveaway for season 2, of course. So we'll see you then. Oh, yeah, don't worry. More domestic. Don't gotta worry about that.
The season finale. Can't be sunshine and rainbows, can it? Oh.
It's extra loud, but I have volume control on my side. Episode 7, The Thing Lay Still.
Oh,
here we go. Well, not the moment.
Oh, gotta this. Whoa. Season 7. We're not that far. Whoa.
Session.
Oh.
We're almost at session 200.
Can an immortal meet mortality?
Technically,
It's the same cup.
several ways. Starvation, deny the body the blood. Conversely,
Body the blood.
drink the blood of the dead. Then there's fire. Consume the body with fire and it can house no spirit. It can be done, but could it be done by us? Could the children murder the father? Stronger than us, quicker than us.
Had abilities that we don't know.
We were compelled to sleep in the same chamber together again. He would have it no other way. We would spend our hours enduring,
Okay, we gotta walk with this suave. Stop.
locked together
Spit
in
out a new
hatred.
mixtape.
Or farming over here.
And Claudia, for reasons she would not yet divulge, used our advantage sparingly.
Knowledge is the ocean's edge. Do you think it could somehow be gathered by a mere 20 volumes?
Claudia was plotting.
A relic before it's even gone to the print shop.
I've had my fill.
Louis never honored the blood as he should. Blame the teacher, not the student.
Let's start the Leoncourt. 179 years in the savage garden. The bringer of death. The deer come up the trail.
Another approaches.
Oh god. Oh, jeez.
Are you the new postman?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Come to deliver letters of salvation?
I did not mean to disturb.
This is a private house, and we find it disturbing when things are abandoned on our doorstep.
I'm an admirer. I've come seeking help.
Well, you came to the wrong house.
They say that Satan lives in this house, but I'll say different.
Oh.
I'll say angels. Angels live at 1132.
Does anyone know you came here?
No,
Oh, no.
I'm your neighbor.
We'll send St. Peter our regards.
I was wrong. Oh, God, Jesus.
Dear sirs and madams,
Cancer of the blood.
what is your secret? Can it be shared? I have the means to pay you. I'm dying. The medications aren't taken.
Enough! 2 in 1 night. Letters become torches and pitchforks. We have to leave this place. Clean up the mess and comes a coffin. We have plans to make.
But the architect of those plans was
Claudia, right. Cold, calculating, on mission.
Please.
I mean, he's eyeing him up.
Yeah.
You already have a plan, don't you?
And it's gonna take both of us.
I think I rode one of those trains.
The plan only works if he's distracted.
I can pretend. I used to see this woman, Lily, just to keep appearances.
He'll know. It'll only work if you give in.
I can't do that. I'll lose myself in them.
Leave a little shelf inside there for me. I'll jump back in and pull you out before I kill him.
Oh, jeez.
Asking a lot.
Yeah.
They do have a connection, toxic or not.
Yeah, I can do it.
Oh, Louis. And then he's gonna be like, don't kill him.
Reduce our valuables to a few trunks each.
Oh my god, Christmas.
Yeah. Festive.
Oh my god, vampires celebrate Christmas? That's crazy.
Those who must be kept. If I know Italians, they'll be in Santorini with their guns out by the end of the year. Now we must follow the geese to Buenos Aires.
Ooh.
Always back to back.
Bach is beyond you.
Not made for these mongrel ears, you Uncle Les.
Sister, daughter, infant, death. You must think me an idiot.
Could you two please
Musique française pour les mères françaises.
Chick?
I have a present for you, Lestat. An idea.
An idea of yours. It must be a small gift, then.
Damn, jeez.
It's not fear but wisdom that guides our departure. It's heroic that we've lasted as long as we have.
Mark the city like we mark our victims.
You have something in mind, obviously.
Prepare to leave, but on our last night, throw a party.
Ryan's sister? No one's coming to a party thrown by freaks.
Precisely.
They think we've got the fountain of youth in here. They don't know. They're the fountain.
An amusing but needful idea.
It was just a thought.
A page, Louis. A page.
Ooh. too.
Yeah, for real.
But they do have excellent tailoring.
It's footage of modern America.
Well-dressed tyrants. Where have I seen that before?
This idea of yours, what kind of a party did you imagine?
Oh,
A ball. A lavish, decadent ball.
oh my god, was that guy you?
To what end?
Yes.
Like, shut up.
Yeah, don't talk in a movie. Literally.
I didn't know you were
that's me.
starring in.
Yeah. I had a small role in this show. I don't care how fucking you are. Like, shut up. Yeah, for real. For real. Yeah.
Buenos Aires as fast as we can.
Okay, he's had enough. Jesus. Oh my god, whoa.
See, that's what I get for speaking up against the indignation.
Damn me for enjoying a movie.
There's no trying. Mardi Gras is early this year. February 6th. Say it's ridiculous.
That's not how it works. They plan Mardi Gras balls a year out, sometimes years in advance.
Everyone in costume. Everyone drinking.
Sounds like a blast.
It's not worth the risk. We starved ourselves for a night or several nights prior. The hunger would be transcendent.
A meal fit for a king.
You want the Mr. or the Mrs.?
Whoa, man.
Like,
Catwoman.
that's Mardi Gras for you.
For a king.
We're getting out, Tom.
Out of New Orleans?
Yeah.
But you just got here.
What?
Huh.
Oh, seeing as it's been 17 years since we've spoken, what makes you think I give a corn-peppered shit?
We'd like to engage your services, Mr. Anderson.
We want to throw a Mardi
Mr.
Gras ball.
Anderson.
Pay our respects to society before moving on.
Where to start? One, not in the party planning business. This is me and your two-tone daddies, circa 1910. Can you tell me, little girl, what's wrong with this picture?
You didn't have that funny X on your face back then.
I want to be right.
King of Mardi Gras.
Him?
Get us a price, get back to us.
These things are planned years in advance. Louis, product in high demand.
You lost one of your ships recently.
Took a torpedo in the rear from one of the Fritz's U-boats.
Would you like a new one?
Where do you meet the devil? And what are the terms of the agreement?
Well.
I was in a low place. It was a church, and they offered me companionship. It was
And they abandoned it within a week once the Parisian law firm of Roger and Albert had transatlantically wired their bribes.
money talks.
Yeah.
Money flooded the town. Unavailable vendors became available, and the gossip that followed broke through the levee. The Weird brothers and their doll-like sister, and the paper ticket to the event was a brick of gold for the insatiably curious.
We'll sell what we no longer want to Max Simon, and we'll leave the rest to the auction house.
We'll need trunks that'll fit our coffin. It was a masterful month of
Don't mock
preparation.
them. This is love.
You aimed at the navel, seduced the seducer.
By the time we began our fasting, Lestat would have told you the entire endeavor had been his idea to begin with.
When is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, why are you so infatuated with him?
We'll go without the blood for 3 nights preceding the ball.
Maybe pluck 1 or 2 for ourselves.
We'll pin them with one of these. We will lock the doors, shutter the windows, and...
And let the flesh instruct the mind.
Just because I'm curious, because I never looked it up before. Hey Siri, what is the amaranth flower? So amaranth is a cosmopolitan group of more than 50 species, which makes up the genus of annual or short-lived perennial plants, collectively known as amaranths.
Short-lived.
Some names include prostrate pigweed and love lies bleeding. Oh, love lies bleeding. Some amaranth species are cultivated as leaf vegetables, pseudo-cereals, and ornamental plants. Catkin-like cymes of densely packed flowers grow in summer or fall. So yeah, I think what you picked up on before, which is they are short-lived perennial plants. So perhaps there's a poetic nature in that, where they're picking their targets, marking them with an amaranth flower, which by its nature is a short-lived flower. So.
Yeah.
Poetic.
Like the little details.
Behead the bat.
She wouldn't tell me at the time, but I would know soon enough. Poison the bait was the game. Make it appear as if the flesh was drunk. His victim's veins were swollen with a paralyzing brew of laudanum and arsenic. Suffered the hunger with a cold joy matched only by the sun-hot ego of the vampire king.
What's the point of stealing the lollipop then?
What are you saying, huh?
She stole a lollipop and then immediately threw it out, so it's just like, what was the point of that?
I'm sure it was an affectation. Like, you're like, so if your real goal is to steal something else and you're trying to come off as a kid asking for some other over-the-counter bull,
Yeah.
and you go and say, hey, give me that, and like, you know, you steal it while his back is turned, then you're like, oh, lollipop for me, like, playing up the facade. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just make the client or the target unaware.
The real
It's
plan.
mind games. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're too good to be a thief. It's okay.
I've stolen from Walmart. Doesn't really count
I
though.
don't know who you are anymore.
Oh,
Salt of the senses.
like,
An extravagant waste of money. While Lestat's poor taste on the float drove away most every member of the Raj committee, there was plenty of bait to choose from.
Whoa.
Yeah, right?
Holy shit. Was this the labyrinth?
Jareth?
The veins and arteries of a few hundred hearts.
remind me of the babe.
Love deep in your heart.
I followed Claudia's lead as best I could, scouting the rooms for varietals of death.
That.
No.
I'm good.
Wilbur.
Would you like to know the secret of immortality?
Well, of course, my dear. Who wouldn't? I won't deny, won't confirm.
You are a man who appreciates power.
Tell me more, Mr. Duloc.
Pardon me, madame. Is there a history between us?
The Women's Opera Society. Britannia Street? Well, it has been over a decade.
Rumors. Envy. Now, which one of you did I pull under the stairs during that dull lecture on Don Giovanni?
That would be me, and that was my late husband.
And did he talk himself to death?
The power. The steez. The style and ease.
Matthew and his brother Mark.
And where are Luke and John? Is there rosemary in your garden?
Oh, stop. What?
Just below the porch. Our mother planted a whole bushel this past summer.
The king finds himself suddenly famished. Would you excuse me?
A cascade of feelings came over me as I watched him sponge up the adoration.
That wig.
I wanted him all to myself.
Oh, jeez. Sir.
I wasn't thinking clearly.
Oh, no.
Something was off.
You miserable dog.
What about a dog?
What dog?
You said something about a dog.
I said no such thing.
There's another one.
You're just hungry, Louis.
You heard what I said just now, didn't you?
Yeah, my man. What'd you say?
How you heard me over the band? That'd be one of those tricks that you and your fat, pederast, satanic trio got in your pocket.
Sir, you can't be talking with your basic ass mask.
The hell of a party!
Out of here. Ugh.
Do you know the secret to immortality?
Never get married.
Never have kids. Here's your. Ooh, the devil. Well,
The king's hair has betrayed the king.
he had to rustle and tussle with that wig. I just know it.
Hunger's got me lightheaded.
Give me that ciggy.
Get someone to take the edge off. The hunger's insatiable.
Who said this is a good idea?
There's not an inch of this city that wasn't built from the fierce wilderness that surrounds it. Then climate on every painted sign, every stone facade,
New Orleans.
Seems like a pretty great city in its own right.
It is.
through which enamel bits of civilization glitter, silhouettes emerging,
You got mascara on?
Probably.
desperately alive and desperately fragile.
I've had way too many. Sorry, went poetic.
To it seems.
This place means a lot to him. I'm
Yeah.
emotional about leaving.
These have all been given out. Ready when you are.
Whoa, there is no cigarette left in that. It's like.
A last dance before the feast.
I'd like that very much.
No.
It was my sole duty to distract Lestat. But in his mirrored eyes, the distraction reflected back onto me. And in the dead center of the Whispering Gallery, I lost the thread to my plotting and fell once more into the well with no bottom. I was his, and he was mine.
Oh, Louis. Yeah, we're gay!
Mercy. I do believe I'm getting the vapors.
Yeah, get out of here, you homo.
Obscene.
May I finish this dance?
We're having a
If you
moment.
have your sister.
We shouldn't do this.
Too late. I've done
See,
it.
I knew it.
Wake up!
I knew that was gonna happen. I'm like, he's gonna fall back in love with him. Like, wait, don't do this, actually.
Who found in an otherwise regretful purchase of a private library
Bags are all
a
packed.
20-page written in a text. So he traveled to Spain to.
Whoa.
And on his way, he met a Jewish converso who told him he was in possession of the Book of Abramelin the Maid.
The after party. Woo!
The bookseller dedicated the rest of his life to reproducing the alchemy within that book, and one in particular sits before you all now.
That's what's in a punch bowl?
Amritra, the Philosopher's Stone, the elixir of life. I drank it as a young man, and I recently passed its powers to my friends here.
Born 1903, drank the water in 1917. I'm 36 years old.
Louis de Poindulac, born in 1878. I drank of the water in 1910.
Lestat de Lioncourt,
Oh,
born 1760. I drank the waters in 1719.
I am.
180 years.
God damn.
Been around the block.
Give me that ladle.
Oh.
The bucket's got a hole in it. It's empty.
Not for long, Tom.
Oh.
There you go.
Oof. Oof. Oh my god. Look. Oh.
This is a madhouse. A madhouse.
Oh.
Squad.
Yeah. Oh, y'all guys, y'all are. New mixtape.
Alright, put up your dukes then.
Go. Oh no. Oh, she's gonna. Oh. God, jeez, oh my god. Dang. Oof. That's rough, buddy.
No, you don't have to do this. Please don't do this. You don't have to. No, please. No, get up. No,
It tastes like piss and vomit now.
Oh dear. You broke up the pair.
I know you wanted them both, but Louis couldn't resist.
I'm sorry, my love. I saved one of them for you.
Did you? How generous of you.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna be like, oh. Oh. Well, I think he knows something's up.
Ooh, ah.
Quite drunk, this one.
Uh-oh.
Rosemary. And something else.
Uh-oh. Poison?
What is it, my love?
I don't know.
I think it's the gin.
I wasn't talking to you.
Laudanum.
Turned her into a vamp.
Arsenic.
She was at the ball tonight. Like one of those girls on the telephone switchboard. Eavesdropping in on things that she shouldn't.
Too late. I've done it already. When? Who? just now. One of the twins. He'll be dead on his feet in an hour.
What? No.
Look what you did to us. Antoinette will be much more agreeable to our life today.
Gadzooks. Well.
Oh.
Lisa, you must think me an idiot. She was at the ball tonight, not just the ball. Laudanum and arsenic?
I'm gonna try to kill him at this party.
I have a plan, and it's gonna take both of us. Train's leaving in an hour. Get off that bench. You should have let that train go, Uncle Les. He who called you him. Always the petty slights with you, Uncle Les.
First one he went after.
Damn.
Louis.
Oh, no.
Louis.
Oh, he's just gonna leave? Oh.
We are joined by a cord that you cannot see, but it is real. It is real.
Oh boy. Oh.
I have loved you with all my soul.
Did you though? And then, I can't.
I'm happy it was you.
Oh, jeez.
You're with me.
Not the neck.
Blood poured out of him as it might never pour from a human being. All the blood he had filled himself with, he lay now on his back, his eyes staring wildly at the ceiling.
She's like, alright, we're gonna chill till he dies. What? Oh.
Dans mon souci, Louis.
Put me in my coffin, Louis.
The whites of his eyes went dim.
Oh.
This horror, I stared helplessly at it. There was no point in lingering. The house on Rue Royale would soon become the focus of all too many questions.
Oh. Being a man was, well-lived. Well-lived.
For the very last time in New Orleans, followed our training and cleaned up the evidence of our most elaborate kill. Almost.
What do you mean, almost?
We need to burn him.
Oh, no.
I've killed so many.
Don't know if I can. Like he's one of them. It was as if we'd expected Lestat to disappear in a puff of smoke.
So what did you do with it?
Yeah, what'd you do?
We wrapped him in a carpet.
What?
We threw him in a trunk.
What?
And left him out with the garbage.
Damn.
We got in our car and drove away.
Wait, but people are gonna see that.
Yeah, I read that, the first 50 pages. Not exactly the adventure of our lives feeling I'm feeling.
It was a traumatic escape.
Maybe in some of the pages that got torn out. Well, not torn out exactly, more like with a ruler, but she hated your guts there for a while. Why is that?
Oh?
I was haunted by my brother's death, by the abandonment of my sister, by the murder of Lestat.
Murder? What murder?
What murder?
You didn't kill Lestat. You spared him out of some f***ed up idea you had about love.
Love? I bled him like a pig and waited for the death rattle.
You were shot point blank by an alderman. You were dropped 1,000 feet and survived. You torched Antoinette, just to make sure. Where does the trash go, Louis?
Yeah.
You take the trash down to the street, and some guys show up in a truck, and they throw it in the back, and then they drive it out to the middle of nowhere, right?
Uh-huh.
They take the trash to the dump, and having lived 2 blocks away from the dump just outside of Fishkill, New York, with my first wife, what else you'll find there? Rats, the size of Kevin Durant's sneakers.
Jeez.
To bring back the dead, especially one in a trunk with locks on the inside. You knew it, Louis. You had to. The biggest rat eater of them all.
This session is over.
How many days in the Islamic year? How many names are there for Allah? Why does a 200-pound bouncer pass out after he sucks him off? And you, a wet t-shirt away from 130, doesn't even blink.
I couldn't burn him.
But Claudia could.
No, she couldn't.
She stuck a pen in his neck. She recorded his last word.
Yeah.
The sun's coming up.
No.
We have to burn him.
No.
It's the only way we'll know.
No! I said no!
Was it raining, Louis?
She couldn't burn.
You chose Lestat over her time and time again. You don't need a memoir, Louis. You need 100 sessions of EMDR. When they see one of their platoon buddies get blown up in front of them.
You've only heard half the story.
Stop.
And you're still Louis the pimp, paying a to sit in a room and talk with you. Story you want to tell the whole world about yourself?
When you hear it, you'll be ashamed. Ashamed of what you say to him
Please
now.
stop, Rashid.
$10 million. That's my number. Legacy? That's for board members and ass loafers. This is the same shit that happened in San Francisco.
What is he doing?
Not exactly.
How's it any different, Louis?
Hello? What?
This time I won't save your life.
What?
Louis can sometimes
Wait.
act out. I protect him from himself. Always have.
What?
Stopped him that night in San Francisco.
You were there.
You don't remember, do you?
No, I don't remember.
What's a mediocre start to a 514-year-old vampire?
But how is Louis drinking his blood though if he's also...
Daniel
This
Malloy,
song reminds me of Shadow Man.
I'd like you to meet Vampire Armand,
Oh.
the love of my life.
I see. No.
Part 1 is done.
Oh my god. Oh.
What a twist! Well.
But... how is he...
yeah. Go ahead. What are our initial thoughts, huh?
I'm a little confused.
All right, sure.
Like, so he's just been drinking his blood?
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's a vampire?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be...
No, you can do that. Like,
you can do that?
Remember after, when Louis was first turned, Lestat was, letting him feed on him for a little bit.
Oh, that is true. But how come Louis is okay with that, but not...
He's not killing anybody. He's just feeding. Because he was doing the same thing to that, big old, the Bolshevik is the right word, but the big guy who's go to Kite Beach. He...
Oh, yeah.
feed on people, but not kill anybody. He said the last person he killed was in the year 2000. He doesn't kill people anymore, but,
Besides the guy he ripped the jaw off of, that was
before the year 2000.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's just that's for the big kill, Lestat, even though he didn't
die. That was because they had all starved themselves for a day or two, so the bloodlust was overcoming them.
Yeah.
And got caught up in the moment. Plus, I guess you could also arguably say that he felt vindicated in his in the hypocritical sense that he often does, where these are bad people, justifiable in my actions. Because he did the same thing with old John DiMaggio in episode 3. Where the guy's like, "Who are you?" And when he sliced off his ear and gutted him on the fucking because
that's glorious.
Yeah, me thinks the lady doth protest too much. It's interesting how Louis tries to deny his predator instincts and insists that killing and the way that Lestat does it is wrong. But then when he felt the slights of racial inequality, and then he felt which galvanized him to act before Storyville burned. It was him, he then gave in to the predator instincts. He enjoyed it, and he tortured and killed that guy that made an example of him.
Yeah.
Even though he was "Oh, stop, the way you do it is long and drawn out and cruel." But then he did it because he felt justified when he did it.
Yeah.
So all I had to say, that night, the ripping off of the jaw is just part of a bunch of factors contributed to that. But no,
crappy people, and also I'm hungry.
Yeah, but we're modern day
Hangry.
Dubai. And in modern day Dubai, presumably, if we go based off what we've seen so far and what he says, he doesn't do that anymore. So he's killed animals, but he's only fed off of people, and only off of people that are willing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, this is the vampire Armand, who I don't know if you know anything about him, because I sure didn't.
No.
But apparently another big character in the series. But plot twist. Bro had on contacts. Bro had on gloves the entire time, so you couldn't see his nails.
Oh, yeah. And it's just like...
And then there's little bits and pieces, but this
It's like,
is...
you've been feeding on him for a long time, and this guy's a stick. Why is he not passing out? I'm pretty sure I mentioned that to him. Like, wouldn't he be fading? Like...
You did. You made a mention of it. Yeah, you and Daniel made the same observation.
Like, you're the same weight as me. Like, I'd be like...
Because literally, when he was feeding off of Rashid, when he was feeding off of him, the first thought was, what does he taste like? And then after that, he was like, wait a second.
Pineapple.
The guy's honey and pineapple, yeah. Then he's like, wait a second, this guy's standing up, and he's like, how much does this guy even weigh? And then, like, you know, Louis was reading those thoughts and giving him the information. But yeah, he was like, Daniel was a bit suspect, because he was like, and then even then, at the very end here, he was like, how does a guy that's, you know, like a buck 30 sopping wet, how does he not pass out? But the club bouncer does. Like, I'm starting to like, he was like, Daniel clocked it a mile away and was getting suspicious. And then even more suspicious was like, why was he in my fucking dream of all places?
Yeah.
Like, you know, was he there? And then Armand says, I was there. It's like, okay, but like, why don't I remember? And he's like, yeah, you don't remember.
Memories
like,
or funny thing,
yeah, or is there something deeper? I don't know. But yeah.
That's crazy.
So now it turns out this guy that's been his assistant is his life partner. And he's just been hovering during the interviews this whole time.
Jeez.
And here he is. Armando.
Ah.
And now you have finished part 1.
That is dead. Dead on, not dead. He's so not dead.
Couldn't burn him. Sent him off to a dump where there are rats.
Bye,
Plenty
Louis.
of rats that could. Because there's a cord that connects us. You can't see it, but there's a cord. Because love is a bitch.
It's not.
Theoretically, it can be done.
Oh, here we go again
but
with the
could
swap.
it be done by
Oh, we
us?
so swap. Stop.
Episode 7. The Thing Lay Still.
Is this your house?
The death of Lestat, and so we must kill Lestat.
It has to be done.
Claudia makes a pitch,
I have a plan.
Oh, hear me out.
and she has to take the lead because Louis is too close to Lestat, and at this point, too
close
weak.
again.
She does what any good plotter does. She makes it ultimately turn out to make Lestat think that it's his idea.
The hunger would be transcendent.
Let's not be these hiding, shrinking vampires. Let's leave a room full of bodies and get on out on the last train. But Louis, you've got to open your heart back up to him. That is the thing that will blind Lestat more than anything.
The last dance before the feast.
It's people that know we have the fountain of youth and come back to our
They're
after
in the
party.
know.
Know the secret of immortality?
Well, of course, my dear. Who would?
There they are, but they are there only as the grand plan. Get Lestat looking this way, and now we have a little bit of fun.
Give me that ladle.
Not for a long time.
Most of them are sort of the ugly ones that we have seen throughout. But then look at the twins, right? We all know the books about go to the twins, go to the twins.
You broke up the pair.
I know you wanted them both, but Louis couldn't resist.
I'm sorry, my love.
And then there's this mysterious man in the tuxedo. What is that all about? Very strange little detail there. And, you know, you guys are all savvy. You know, something's not right here. Reversal, I've always known Antoinette was out there. If you played everybody's sort of arcs, no one quite knew everything.
Who?
Claudia knew that eventually if we put Tom Anderson
Will.
poison blood, he would go after Tom Anderson. It's very, very simple. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to clean up your dead. You're supposed to put the vampire in the incinerator.
Boom, boom. Wipe your hands of it.
Feeling that she hated your guts there for a while. Why is that?
I said no!
And I think Louis is remembering that for the first time in a long time.
You've only heard half the story.
Stop.
Those of you who haven't read the book, this is a major player out there, folks. This is the leader of the coven of vampires, and one who is very, very powerful. Unsettling. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'd like you to meet
The love of my life.
the vampire Armand, the love of my life.
And I think it really sets us up for a very provocative season 2.
Yes.
Honey,
Ooh.
honey, you got a big storm coming. Season 1 in the bag.
Holy crap. What a ride.
Season 1 in the bag.
Oh.
What do we think? This is all about you and your experience. I got my notes, but I'll discuss that later with people. So
Not with me.
Not yet. Because even then, there are some things that I'm sure at the end of both seasons, I can go over my talking points and go over all the comments and like have these deeper discussions and do.
Yeah.
If anything, we can do a retrospective discussion on things. But as far as what you've seen now, as far as season 1, all 7 episodes, the revelations that have now come to pass, and the events of the narrative and all that. So like, where you currently are, how you're feeling, and
I knew that was gonna be a bite them all in the butt if Louis just was like the distraction, just like fall back for Lestat, because it's just like he's not gonna want to kill him.
But that's the point. That's what like Claudia was saying, was that the point was to, like, she said, Louis, you gotta let yourself like open your heart back up. You have to fall in for him, so he'll fall in for you, so you can distract him, and then I'll leave a shelf in there.
Mastermind.
Yeah, leave a shelf in there for me. I'll come back in. I'll pull you out of that. But yeah, you gotta play the part.
I don't know if she pulled him out though, because now Lestat's still alive.
I mean, she pulled him out long enough to like she even kept it secret from him. Like, notice how she didn't tell him truly where the poison was.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, I put it in one of the twins. And then like led, because like Louis was already, the distraction was in too deep, in with Lestat, and like, could have given everything away, so make the target seem like a little bit too obvious, when really the poison was in Tom the whole time. So, I mean, yeah, it was all still part of Claudia's plan worked perfectly.
Yeah.
Because that's what she said in the last episode. It's like, to beat Lestat, you gotta think like Lestat, then think 5 steps ahead of that.
Yeah. And it worked.
Yeah.
Did Claudia know that Lestat turned Antoinette?
Yeah. She said she knew that she had been listening the whole time. Because the big sort of like gotcha was supposed to be, oh, I turned Antoinette and she's been listening to your plot the whole time. And then Claudia was like, no, I know for a fact. She was there at the pharmacy. She was there listening in on the tram. She was like,
There on the balcony.
Yeah, I knew she was listening everywhere, so I factored that in. Yeah. But then, then
Smart
Louis.
cookie.
By the end of it, yeah, exactly. But by the end of it, like Louis, Claudia. Even by even the tale that Louis was telling.
Literally playing chess with them.
Yeah, even
sacrificing these pawns.
Yeah, exactly. Even the tale that Louis was telling, he was like, Claudia was like, we should burn him, and then Louis couldn't. And it made it seem like that was that. But then right there, like when he's like, oh yeah, well, is that actually the story? Like what, like you keep saying, was it raining that night? Suddenly you cut to like Louis like manhandling Claudia and being like, no, like forcibly being like, we can't burn him.
Yeah.
And all of this. And he said, yeah, for a while in the journal, she writes in a way that like she hates you, and then some pages are just gone, but not ripped out like with a ruler here, very carefully removed and edited. Like, what's this narrative here?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, then Armand steps in once Daniel starts probing and questioning things. And even what like the showrunner was saying, that Roland Jones guy, at the end he was like, yeah, this is a story that Louis has been telling, or that maybe Louis's been told for a while. Again, Odyssey of Recollection. I would just say, and this isn't like a giving away too much, but it's literally what they've been talking about right now. Now the question is, out of the whole story you've been told for season 1, how much of it is actually accurate? What did Armand say? You haven't heard the other side of the story. Even at the end there, from what Louis first told Daniel asked some probing questions. Suddenly, the narrative that we're seeing is like different.
Edited
a bit more aggressive. And the question is, how much of what we've been told is accurate?
That's true.
I don't know.
Oh god.
I don't know.
That is a lot. Oh god.
This whole story has been told to us by Louis, and it turns out that we've had a lot of his life hanging out in the room over his shoulder the whole time.
I've been here the whole time. Oh. It's a mix of like, just like you don't know who's telling the truth or what. Brain hurts. Just like trying to pick.
You use brains. Speak to me.
Oh my god. Splinter.
Okay,
Dad. Ugh. Even then, it was going back to like you don't know who's speaking the truth, but with like Lestat being like explaining his maker, it's like even then it's like, can you even trust that? Can you even trust that? Because he's literally like literally not that long after he said that was like still with Antoinette, obviously still alive, so it's like, can you like trust that he was telling the right thing about his maker? Like, what if that's just a fib?
I feel like that part there's a little bit of truth to that. I feel like in that moment, because he was desperately trying to get back, that was before he turned Antoinette, and maybe even like, because in that time I think that Lestat was lonely enough and like longing after Louis enough where he wasn't like, and like with the whole Claudia situation hadn't, I mean, it came to a head when he like beat up Louis and all that.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I think that in that moment he like Antoinette's always just been a distraction and a shoulder to cry on, because even once like Louis kind of takes him back, he goes to Antoinette, but only to bitch and moan about like Claudia and how the relationship isn't what he wanted to be.
Unpaid therapist.
and then Antoinette kind of tries to like bite back a little bit, and like he gets aggressive with her, and he's like, I come here not to hear you complain. I come here for no complaints. I come here just for basically to be like, I come here for the physical release and also for you to only like hear me talk, basically.
Oh God.
But before that, it's like, yeah, when he's sitting down there, that was I think a moment of like he had to give up something intimate or vulnerable to kind of like win, like not both of them back over, because there's no winning back over Claudia, but to win over Louis again. So when they're like, okay, no secrets, tell us the truth, and he's like, yeah, this is my maker was Magnus, and here's how that happened. So I believe that's factual. And then, you know, once the whole relationship is strained with Claudia always chomping at his neck and whatnot, right? I mean, he would still he would still seek solace in Antoinette, but knowing, like, doing it in a way where he knew and wanted Louis and Claudia to like find out about it. Like, he wasn't like careful, he wasn't being purposefully careful to hide it. He wanted, like, what, like, again, it's what Louis says when it's like, it's no fun if you spit in someone's sandwich. It's not fun unless you can watch them eat the sandwich. So like, he laid it out carefully, so he's like, I'm not getting what I want from you, Louis, so yeah, I'm still seeing this Antoinette gal, and I want you to find that out.
They did not kill her.
So but yeah, I mean, aside from that, yeah, you're correct. Like, how much of what anybody's saying is truth and all this, but this whole time, like, you know, the reliable or unreliable narrator, you know,
his
motif.
memories too, just like, wait, I didn't see you there. It's like, all of a sudden now you're there. I'm ready for season 2, but also not emotionally. I don't know, I'm all over the place trying to like, because I'm pretty there's a whole lot, like, I could tell just like going back, like, there's just some rewatch value you could just like pick up and be like, oh shit.
That's where I'm at right now. That's why I'm still taking notes, even though I already took notes in my first watch through, but now I'm taking notes as somebody who's already seen the show and making observations. So, but they're curious about what you have to say.
Yeah. Oh.
No pressure.
I know, I'm sorry. This is really good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. We're all glad you're enjoying it. It's like...
Just like, I don't really know what else to say. It was a ride. I get the hype. Like the outfits, everything is just so great, and the characters, and just like every episode just like leaves you on edge. Like, what the fuck is gonna happen?
A very spicy finale indeed.
Yes. And even then, it's just like, what, huh?
So what you're saying is you hate the show. Overrated, overhyped, can't stand it.
Yes, the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life.
In that case, I'm sorry to say we're not going to do any more episodes.
Why even waste my time?
Exactly.
I didn't even cry.
It didn't
I was not
really,
even baffled.
Didn't do it for her.
This has been done so many times.
Yep.
Honestly, this is worse than a 2024 Crow, you know?
I thought you were going to say worse than 2025 Devil May Cry.
Oh, God.
The jackpot!
Don't even get me started.
All right.
On that.
Well, it sounds like the wells run dry at the moment. I'm sure you'll have more to say in the future, but it sounds like that might be all the time that we have for today, unless you have any other comments, questions, concerns.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was last episode with the, I've only said with the, I don't know, I'm ignorant and stupid, but with the child actors, I feel like there's not as many as like there has been in the past, because of just like the documentary with like Nickelodeon. I don't know, maybe I'm just like reaching again, or just like, I feel like there's just been less like child actors. I don't know.
What, lately?
Like I feel like.
I would disagree with that.
Okay.
There's plenty of media out there that still has child actors, just about what media you're watching.
That's true. I guess my media is just like there's not that many child actors.
I mean, again, there's plenty of there's plenty of shows and movies. Dude, we just watched Weapons. How many kids were in that? Like, I shouldn't say just watch. We watched it opening night, but there are plenty of kids in Weapons. One of the main characters is a kid.
That is true, and they did so good.
Yeah,
they were horrifying.
And then When Evil Lurks was like a year or two ago. Did you see When Evil Lurks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has kids in it. One little kid.
With the lady with the axe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dog and
I
the
love
girl.
That movie. Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, did he? Oh shit.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, plenty of kids.
I
see the point you're trying to make, which is based off the comment about like, not casting Claudia as a younger kid.
Yeah.
And then I think what you were trying to say, because you mentioned the Nickelodeon documentary or the series about the kids that were like abused.
Yeah.
Back with like
the pressures of like adults, also like your parents just like getting you into this.
Yeah.
And just...
Which that still happens too.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. I think there's more precautions to protect kid actors, and also there still probably
should be.
But no, there's still plenty of across the board. There's still kids, teens, young adults, adults, older people. Like everybody. So
he's screwed. Hopefully, in better circumstances, because good God, that sucks. And also I got a little crazy last episode with my feels. Of course, I'm not gonna dox, but it's just like that was a rough time, and like just like the actions he does, and just like
with the abuse a couple episodes ago, with throwing Louis around the it's rough stuff.
I didn't have to deal with nothing like that, but it was just like emotionally like crazy, and just like having to like now realize after a long time, just like, oh, this person was not good for me, and just like I had to make excuses for her for why people are like, why is she doing this, or why did she say that, or I'm just like, oh, she's dealing with this, or oh, she's just this, and it's just like, I don't know, it just took me a long time and then to like, I guess, notice the red flags until like I moved out with my girlfriend, and that I guess that was the one time I realized like she was not great when because all her plans have fallen out, and she wanted to go to Austin, Texas, and she's just like, oh, you want to come with me? And I'm like, oh, that sounds great, but I'm not gonna leave my girlfriend here to pay rent by herself. And it's like, so what about her? And she's just like, yeah, what about her? I'm just like, that was like the one thing I was like, okay, I think this needs to end, because who says that to somebody? And also, there's just been so many little things. I've even brought it up to her, just like, I feel like our friendship is just like, I feel like you're the main character, and I'm a side character, and then years have passed, and she's like, yeah, I kind of missed that. And I'm like, what are you talking? Why would you? What? No! Like, why would you? We're both our individuals. Like, no one should feel like lesser in a relationship. It's just like you're both. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but it's just like it was not good times. I do not recommend. And yeah.
No, you're making plenty of sense. I'm sure there's people, as well that are watching that could probably relate or empathize with a similar situation. I know that when I definitely had my fair share, like I told you, like especially in that episode with the domestic and all that, I had some quite strong opinions about what transpired in that episode. And there are people that also spoke to their own experience regarding, either like partners that were either emotionally or physically abusive. But that being said, I'll also once again point out, not to undermine that statement or anything, but I will remind that the entire story is now being called into question.
Called into question?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
But I'm saying, I mean, that's not your story. That story.
Yeah.
By the end of it, like, because then even at the end, again, another part of another part of Louis' story. And Daniel was like, "Is that really what happened?"
Yeah.
And suddenly we see that aspects of what actually may have happened were not being told properly by Louis. And it's happened multiple times in this whole season, where it's like, was it raining? You and Claudia, like, was it a simple disagreement, or did things get a bit rougher? Like, you know,
that is true.
how
Yeah.
reliable is Louis as a narrator? And this whole story being told, is it one that he's been telling, you know, like how long has he been telling it? Like, is it just been him telling it? How accurate is it? I'm just saying, like, with that little bit right there, if there were moments in the story that Daniel was able to like poke holes in and call into question, including how things transpired at the end there versus how the picture that Louis painted versus like what Daniel actually extrapolated from what he's been told, but also what he read from Claudia's diary. And so there's some inconsistencies there.
Yeah.
Then how much of the story, how much of the entire interview avec la vampire, how much of the story is also,
legit?
Yeah, how much of the story is legit?
That is true.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just pointing out the now large, I'd say elephant, pointing out the large vampire in the room.
Like, I guess it's also just like, is it his way of like hoping it, or like what I said, just like making excuses, like, oh, he wasn't all that bad, Lestat wasn't all that bad. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I hope.
I don't know, because then you got to start digging into it deeper. You're like, you know, again, for all the times that Louis paints him as a predator, which I mean, I would definitely still, my opinion is still that Lestat is a predator,
yes,
vampire, obviously. But for all the times that like all the negative stuff that Louis may have said about him, still in his story, he's like, yeah, but like, you know, he had a way about him.
We had a connection, though.
We had a connection.
Like,
I loved him. He loved me. That's part of why the plan. That was like the crux of the plan was like let yourself fall back, like fall back into that connection right there. And then everybody that talks about Lestat like says, yeah, he loves Louis. And everybody that talks about Louis says he has this thing for Lestat. It's like, you know, the love there, toxic or not, like is it actually, I mean, it seems like it's actually there, right? Like it seems like there's actually that like love, compassion, caring, whether it's being shown or expressed in the most positive of ways, like that's really definitely what perhaps not, but
yeah,
you know, would you deny that there's a connection there?
Yeah, there's a connection. Is it great? No. I don't know. It also just kind of feels like entrapment, because the way Lestat is like, I don't know, it's just like, why go out there? They're all like, why seek out other vampires? They're just animals. They're not like us. We're civilized. So it's just like the entrapment too. It's just like, you're not gonna find anyone like me. And if you try to seek a human, they're not gonna understand you. So it's just, I don't know.
It's rough stuff.
It is rough stuff.
But that was season 1, Interview with the Vampire. You're halfway to being caught up now. So one more season lies before us. The theme lays still, but the show does not. So
it must go on.
The show must go on. So, you got season 2 to look forward to.
Yes.
In the meantime, that was that. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. If you watch this on Patreon already, thank you so much for that additional layer of love and support. It means the world to me and by extension us. If you're interested in joining Patreon, now is always a good time. You get early access to all these episodes weeks, if not months in advance.
Uncensored,
uncut, with full HD video accompaniment. Access to my entire content backlog library, including my initial reaction to the first 2 seasons, plus any other shows I've reacted to.
I feel like a air flight attendant, like the airbags will drop and
couples content,
seatbelt together,
movie commentaries in the higher tiers, Patreon exclusive shows, and all that. So plenty of content there. If you're on YouTube, however, that is of course more than enough support. We only ask that you like the video, comment below,
tell a friend,
tell a friend for the almighty
like, watch
algorithm
this dork
gods.
Watch the show,
and
then go just.
You can watch this dork watch the show. Then
but he'll
watch...
be more intelligent with it. Me, I'm just
Alright, don't do that.
What?
Just I wouldn't call this intelligence. I just overanalyze the shit out of things. I mean, I'm sure now that you've seen it, you'll maybe, I don't know, watch my reaction series for it. But yeah, I just get like really into the way my brain works is that I'm always looking like I spiral into tangential connections and talking points. So you know, I mean, just like things that my brain works weird, but like I I've also been doing this for over a decade, so I can always.
I just draw my emotions.
Yeah, I can just. I have a way to. I have a unique gift, I guess, to verbalize all my thoughts in a conducive enough format to make it entertaining enough for people to put up with this for like hours at a time. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. You're biased. You like
I'm
it.
not biased. I'm not biased. I'm being truthful.
Truthful. I told
Even though I do like you, but no, you actually do.
Even though I do like you, I have a bit of a crush. Might ask him to be my boyfriend or something.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not like I watch your videos and I'm like, this is entertaining.
No. Sometimes.
What?
Sometimes.
What?
You don't always watch my videos. I don't expect you to always
Well,
watch my
because I'm like, I don't want to spoil. Like, I couldn't watch.
Well, yeah,
stuff.
there's some things you obviously can't watch.
Yeah.
Because there's like some shows, but like, you know, you've seen Severance
watch...
now. You've seen Interview with the Vampire now.
I've seen the movie reviews.
Yeah. She doesn't even subscribe to the Patreon. How dare you not give me $5? No, I'm kidding.
$5 measly.
You don't even love me. You don't even give me enough money for the Patreon. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine if
I wish I could spare $5.
I subscribe to your Patreon and I give you the full.
With your Patreon.
Yeah, it feeds back into it. Yeah. It's a cycle. Anyway, that's all for tonight.
If you want to subscribe to mine, okay.
You can subscribe to hers.
Oh no, wait.
She has a Patreon. She has her artistic endeavors. She draws. She has her. You get early updates if you subscribe to her Patreon. And coming out soon, definitely by the end of the year, she has her own manga she's working on.
Yeah.
If
you like vampires, there's some vampires in it.
Oh shit.
Encrypted. It's cyberpunk.
I would say your goal should be by the time that we finish season 2, like you watch season 2, it should be done.
Oh fuck!
Because that way we can promote it.
How many episodes of season 2?
8, I think. So that way you got time to finish it, and by the end of it, we can be like, "Hey, yo, we finished it. If you like this, if you like her, you like this doofus, me over here. If you like her, the cooler one, then you can watch."
You like art?
Yeah, you
not
like
made
art.
by AI.
Then,
made by these hands.
Then
well,
for
this
free,
hand.
because your first one's gonna be for free, right?
What do you mean for free?
Isn't that what you said?
It's on, yeah, it's gonna be on Webtoons.
Yeah. What do you mean? I
Sorry.
like how it is for free, and I said for free. You're like, what do you mean for free?
No.
Well, you told me.
Sorry.
Like, what are you talking about?
I was just
Don't make me out to be the fucking like shitty salesman over here.
No, it is. Like on Webtoons, it'll be on Webtoons, but eventually I'll make a physical format. But that one will be some. Because people like physical, and I don't blame you. Like Webtoons could go shit itself, and it's like, well.
So by giving you the inside track right now, by the time that we finish,
can read pages right now on my Patreon.
By the time that we finish season 2, volume 1 of Darkwave Surf's official manga will be available to view for free on. It'll be available for free online. I just like pull out ramen out of nowhere, just like. You got nails, not gonna work. There we go.
Oh, how's that?
No, I gotta hit.
Lord.
Hear that? It's the manga train coming to the station. Oh shit! Is that a free manga? By Darkwave.
Right on time.
Oh, by the end of season 2. Oh.
Tickets, please. Tickets.
Tom Hanks. Oh, we got it. Hot. Oh, we got it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So by the time that season 2 ends, you can watch. I'm trying to fucking advertise your manga. You keep cutting me off here.
What was I doing? Sorry, I was drinking my Can I not drink my succulent drink?
What is the charge? What is the crime?
Yeah.
Eating a meal, a succulent soju meal.
A succulent.
This is
clean and smooth. Peach on the beach.
This is Democracy Manifest. Anyway.
Yeah.
By the end of season 2, you can officially read volume 1 of her manga for free, and then at some point, if you like it enough, it'll be available to purchase physically, and then you can support her in her endeavors as she keeps making more volumes. There.
Yeah.
All for her. So, anyway, if you want to see more of us, if you're watching this, we'll be back very shortly with season, not un, but
dos.
Season 2 of Interview avec le Vampire.
I forgot what
Merci.
2 is in Japanese. Sorry.
Close enough. Domo arigato, Mrs. Darkwave. I don't know. It's close enough, right?
No.
Merci,
Vodka.
merci, mes amis. Merci, mon ami. Thank you for watching. I don't know that much French.
Thank you for watching.
Have a good day.
Should learn how to say that in French.
I'll
subscribe.
Yeah, you know what? How about you? Why don't you start your channel and then you can run it the way you. Oh my God, there's not enough time. Not enough time for what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to pull up Google to be like.
I'm well aware what we're trying to do.
Damn it! Why
Look at
not?
that. If you were on iPhone, it'd be a lot quicker.
No,
huh?
you do it then. You pull it up. See how quick it is.
Okay. Hey Siri, pull up
Oh, that's
translate.
bullshit. No, you type.
There we go. Okay, cool. English.
I could have done that, but I don't like Bixby.
What the fuck is Big? Was it,
That's
is
our
it the
Siri.
Android equivalent?
Yeah.
That's our Siri.
Yeah, it's our annoying ass Siri.
Okay. So.
Oh look, it isn't so fast, is it?
Thank you for watching Interview with the Vampire. We will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching
Oh, look at that.
Interview with the Vampire. We will see you in the next season. Why did it cut me off right there? What is that? Thank you for watching Interview with the Vampire. See you in the next season. Okay. I couldn't tell you what the problem is now. I'm doing the microphone. Thank you for watching Interview with the Vampire. See you in the next season. I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yours didn't even pull up. I don't want to hear it.
Well, because I don't want.
Have a good day. Have a good night. And as always, goodbye.
Vampires.
Notes from the top. As the episode starts in, it said, I just, little things I noticed, plus the usual little talking points here and there. I got a few pages worth of stuff here, but I observed we're almost at session 200. So yeah, almost 200 audio sessions, which tells me, I mean, this is quite a story, right? Like for us, it's one season over the course of what is so far 6 episodes, but that really kind of shows like how much yapping is going on. But almost 200 sessions, and I believe that, what was it, the farthest that we had made it was where in the story? It was before Claudia got home, I think. I wrote it down in the last one, and I neglected to go further because he said it's at this point in the story where we got as far as we did in the interview last time, but that point is escaping me now. I put next, of course, after the events of the end of the previous episode with, Rashid making his way into Daniel's dream. I like how, Daniel's just, aggressively eyeing Rashid because now he's like, why the hell is he in the dream? How did he get in there? Is that something I just didn't remember? Let's see, what did I put? Oh yeah, just as side notes for lore purposes, vamp death, like vampire death. How to kill a vampire, because that was Claudia's whole plan. And going over it with Louis, it's like, how are the ways to do it? Starvation is one way, so vampires can starve to death. Blood of the dead can kill one as well, as we saw that we know the poison blood is what kind of ultimately does him in at the end of the episode, or at least puts him on his ass. Fire or decapitation. So, and we've seen a bunch of those be very effective, especially in the next season. So but yeah, so we got a bunch of those, just in terms of what we've established so far as vampire death. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw in dying of a broken heart at some point in the future, but anyway. I put in here his choice of, I don't recall if it was a choice of verbiage or just how he felt, but he put compelled to sleep together. I also put in here Lestat is definitely becoming more controlling, at least so far as the story that Louis is telling us at present, right? Allegedly more controlling from his perspective, was it raining? And then compelled to sleep together. Feels like he has to keep up appearances for the sake of this for the sake of this coup, this ploy, this plot to happen, Let's see. What else did I put? Lestat judging another author/artist who, what I put here? Whilst killing? Oh, whilst draining and killing. That's right, because he's got the guy arm propped up on the books and all that. Again, it's like that thing he has with artists where it's like he appreciates the arts, but if he feels like someone is an amateur
or not like a talented one, as with the classic case of the tenor earlier in the series, then again we have this author, and he's just like as he's actively draining this guy to then like feast at the table with the rest of the family, just like judging the guy and being like, oh yeah, you're not a good writer and all this, and it's all these books you've made, what purpose? And then also I put a quote in here, honoring the blood, and I believe it was because he was giving Louis a hard time again, because Louis does not like feasting or feeding on the blood of humans so much as those of the four-legged persuasion. And it's like, yes, Louis not honoring the blood as he should be, as opposed to what him and Claudia do. Let's see. I put 179 and 148 in my notes. I think it was ages, but I don't recall exactly why I put those in. Lestat becoming more and more paranoid and then subsequently controlling, not just because also the town is like full on at this point. There are already whispers in the streets of the weird brothers. Now it's like their porcelain doll like daughter, something like that. What's going on over there, putting the warnings on the doors and the voodoo hoodoo stuff outside on the street. So understandably he's becoming more and more paranoid, and in order to one of those guys where I think from a mentality perspective, like once you're losing control, you'll then do what you can to try to gain control, and he's exerting that force on people that are close to him, even if he does care or love, them in his own, it is in his own way. So, New Orleans, I love it, but we have to leave. I put there was a clever shot in I love the shot. I put in the carriage, but I think I meant to say in the trolley car, but I love the clever shot in that car that's like hiding Antoinette off in the corner. So I like the framing of that shot, like she's there, but I guess because their minds are elsewhere, nobody senses her, and she's being very, she's being purposefully covert. Well, I shouldn't say nobody senses her, because Louis, his senses are clouded because Claudia's like, yeah, let yourself fall back in to like Lestat. The only way this will work is if you're like head over heels and he had a way about him, and let yourself be taken back over. And as we find out later, Claudia was painfully aware that Antoinette was lurking around, and she factored that into their final plan, unbeknownst to Louis, which is for the best, because otherwise the plan simply would not have worked. Then again, mentioned Greece. I noticed this in my first watch through, and people were like, good eye, boy, that's astute. And they references Greece, and then says, those who must be kept. I don't know what that means yet, but evidently fans of the books, the literary types out there, are very well aware. So, plant the idea in Lestat's head, let him run with it. Yeah, again, to someone very controlling, or to someone like Lestat, only way to get ahead of them, what was it again? You gotta be 5 steps ahead of him, and then still like be ahead of that too. Other notes that I had, let's see. Again, what threw me off the trail, because I was kind of always looking at Rashid through like a sus pair of eyes and all this, but him being in the sunlight and me not knowing Anne Rice lore, I was like, oh, so he's not then. There's something going on. It's weird and funky. Maybe it's all in Daniel's head. But when I saw, Armand in the sunlight, I was like, what the hell? But like also distracting Daniel, because then he saw him in the sunlight. But what is a mediocre star to a... Anyway, I put in here Amaranth, short-lived. I don't recall what that meant. Sorry, I took these notes a little while ago and I'm recording this, so most of these I recall what I meant, but in the moment I'm trying to like watch the show, converse with Darkwave, and then, keep my thoughts and pay attention and make observations. But sometimes my shorthand notes, they are my undoing when I get to this section of the video. Another quote that I liked: "Let the flesh instruct the mind." Just very, very hedonistic, but of course very, very much like creature of the night, predatorial instincts kicking in, the quintessential vampire, if you will. Let the flesh instruct the mind. Laudanum and arsenic. All the officials were certainly intrigued by them both and the potential power. That's why they came. Like the invites went out, and then they, for one, they bribed them and, offered to buy old Tomboy a brand new boat. But then the whole, getting the invite, like coming to the party anyway, and then especially after the higher end political figures and socialites got the invite. Yeah, like they Louis and Lestat and Claudia like preyed on the curiosity of the town. You know, of course, there's like a bunch of like hesitancy, and everybody's very reproachful of the weird brothers and their immortal little daughter. But they clearly see like, no, they're not aging at all. They're just like perfect, and they have all this money and such. So clearly they've figured out the secret to immortality. But I thought it was very telling that all the officials, you know, very eyes wide shut, right? I put even Louis can't deny the infatuation he feels. Again, Antoinette watching from the shadows. She even can't get past her own instincts and her own ego, and she's just like, oh, dog and all this, and it's like, who said that? Luckily Tom came in with the unintentional like corroborated distraction. But yeah, even Louis can't deny the infatuation he feels. But at the same time, the plan worked out too well, because by starving themselves, not only was it just the, like when I say like the hunger for the flesh, not just in the traditional feeding sense, but also in like just hunger and the bloodlust, which is kind of inherently a sensual experience for them to begin with. So that all fed into that, and the attraction and the emotions and feeling a certain type of way. I put in here, it's an observation that I made, but I firmly, wholeheartedly believe Lestat genuinely loves Nolans, loves New Orleans. Again, his quote he put in here, desperately fragile and alive. Is that what he says? Desperately alive and fragile. But I like that. Again, the writing, peak. Even with Lestat knowing of a plot, he's still, what I write here, yearning? Enjoying Louis' company. Yeah, because Lestat's aware there's some like trickery going on, but as far as I can tell, and like what I get from that scene, even though both of them are aware that there's like, you know, something at work here, they both still are infatuated with each other and love each other's company. The emotional like through line there is yeah, it's hard to ignore. They've lost themselves in each other. Last few notes, let's see. Oh yeah, somebody pointed this out to me the first time that I watched this season, and then like, you know, watched the killing blow when he slices open Lestat's throat and all that, and I was like, man, it's like I remember I didn't have a full breakdown, but it definitely impacted me emotionally. And then someone pointed out like the consistency of how Louis uses his cane, when earlier in the season he had a line about, you know, like taking his throat, like, so, like I wanted to like open his throat with it, you know. I mean, there's the obvious first meaning where it's like I wanted to kill him, I wanted to be him, but he mentioned like opening his throat with that very cane, I believe. And then what Lestat says, another quote, there is a card that connects us. Is that what he said? Oh, there is like, we are connected. Again, put me in my coffin, Louis. His final words, inked in his own blood by Claudia. Put me in my coffin, Louis. Almost one of those moments where it's like, I'm glad it was you. Like, very, like, you know, it's unfortunate and it's messy and it's toxic as all hell. And at that point, as far as I was aware, when I was watching the show, I considered Lestat to be basically a borderline supervillain at that point. Not to say that, you know, Louis or Claudia are beacons of innocence and like an angelic nature, but I hopefully you get my meaning. Claudia was the one who suggested that we should bury him, much to Louis' chagrin. I put in here again, Daniel begins questioning, which again I attribute this to, like, if he had told this story to a younger Daniel Malloy, perhaps we wouldn't have gotten the same story to play out the way that it does now. But with Daniel, I put here, he's a better interviewer now. He more or less cracks the code, and Louis and figured out exactly what Louis did. He listened to the story, took the right notes, extrapolated, interpreted, read between the lines, and he was like, no, he's like a much better interviewer now. So much to, again, against the plan that Louis had formulated, and that Armand, I'm sure, had helped him to rehearse and back up. Daniel ends up being a much better interviewer than I think either of them initially anticipated. And then, of course, as soon as Daniel starts really poking, like starts digging, then Armand goes on high alert, tries to step in. Louis says, I couldn't burn him, goes to ground himself in the stones because now the emotion of it all is getting back to him. He's getting triggered again, so he's trying to ground himself. I put in here, I thought it was very interesting how... so somebody told me that in the script, it's Louis who says this line, not Armand. But as far as I could see in the show, it was very telling from like an ego standpoint, or just like Armand as a character, how he's like, what is the sun but like he calls it a mediocre star in comparison to a creature such as him that's been around for as long as he have. So I just thought it was very indicative of how he looked at himself, at least in that moment, or at least in that bit of dialogue there. Let's see, Louis, and then I put in here again, Louis remembering for the first time in a long time. That's my question. Like, is he? Well, no, that was the behind the scenes, Roland Jones, where he said Louis is remembering for the first time in a long time, and that's when we, of course, get the events of season 2, where he starts genuinely being able to have these recollections. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And of course, this time I won't, found it very interesting here. This time I won't save your life, as if to imply, and again, it's that story that I'm sure he's been feeding Louis the whole time about what actually happened in San Francisco. But the whole thing where it's like, this time I won't save your life, as if Armand is the one who stepped in and saved Daniel. Kind of during the initial attack, Louis attacks Daniel, maybe Armand kind of steps in, but by the end of the night, Louis is the one, as we know, who really is the one responsible for all that. So again, very interesting to keep in mind. Odyssey of recollection, reshaping the narrative, etc., etc. But I'll digress. I won't get too much into all of it. In terms of my opinion from first viewings, you can find all of that from both seasons. I will continue to keep throwing these at the end of each respective episode to just have my observations based on a second viewing, any new opinions I may have formulated. I will say, for the most part, my opinions and my takes on season one, more or less a lot of the same. I played devil's advocate more, and I was trying to be more sympathetic to the plights of certain characters, and going in with more information. It is cool to kind of catch certain things in dialogue, or what characters do, especially when we're in Dubai, for sure. But so having the knowledge of the foresight, or retrospect rather, it does make for an interesting second experience, and I would like to revisit it again, just because they're just really well-crafted shows, borderline masterpieces. They're just very interesting, entertaining, and fun to watch, very thought-provoking. But I think overall, my opinions on everybody throughout both seasons more or less remain the same. I think my opinion on Lestat is I'm still very critical of him, and I can acknowledge that he's our funny little sassy little Pookie Bear and all that, but I don't really excuse his behavior in any case. And yeah, I know you can really split hairs and make arguments about, oh no, technically all of them do evil acts. Yes, but in terms of the higher, the scale here, the scales of justice, the hierarchy, I think that Lestat is definitely probably the worst in terms of his behavior. At the same time, though, that being said, when we get to those certain scenes in season 2, I will undoubtedly cry once more. So I can still feel passion or sympathy or maybe even pity or any of those emotions, but I still lean more towards Louis. My favorite character is still Daniel Malloy, as I'm well aware this show is a show chock full of flawed characters, but I think my opinions on everybody remain more or less, even with added context and people stepping in to be like, actually, MovieMan, you do realize, adjust glasses, you do realize that all these people are kind of shitty. I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, I know. I've had to come around to it. They're vampires. They're all inherently flawed characters. They're, these creatures of the night that ultimately, might put on a front of altruism or humanitarian efforts, but they're all opportunistic. They're all selfish in their own way. They've all done some bad things, whether committing genocide, homicide, assault in some degree or another, or tearing somebody down verbally, etc., etc. All abusive to each other in some respect or another. But in some way, I still care and love each of them, just in varying degrees. But I shan't prattle on too much longer. Thank you as always, guys and gals, so much for watching. Stay tuned for Darkwave Surf's Season 2 reaction, which will be coming up as soon as we can get them up. Hopefully before Vampire Lestat. I think as we're doing these uploads, the Telemeshka will come up at some point in between. and that'll be kind of taking priority on YouTube. Maybe, I don't know, but needless to say, when I'm gonna make sure she's caught up and has at least seen all of it before Vampire Lestat comes out. Though I think I'm still gonna do my solo reaction to that first, and then have her watch it, just because I've already done my solo reactions for the first 2 seasons. I like to do my solo reaction first. It just kind of, it's my thing, and it's the style that you all have come to know and love. I'll offer that, and then do a rewatch for further analysis. But anyway, thank you guys and gals so much for watching. I'll save you a whole outro. Stay tuned for when we hop into Saison 2 of Interview avec le Vampire. Have a good day, have a good night, and as always, goodbye, travelers.